Hey guys, so today I am doing a speed building video of my actual house. I feel like this is something that everyone tries to do at least once when they're playing The Sims. It's kind of like you want to build something but you're not really sure what, so you decide to take on the challenge of building your own house. And this is actually something that I've tried to do several times before in the past. When I used to play Sims 2, I used to always try to build my house on The Sims, but I was never successful with it. I always ended up giving up halfway through because I felt like it was too difficult. But yeah, not this time. This time I stuck with it till the end, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Yes, I do think there are some things that I could change in it. There are definitely things I could have done better or differently, but I am really happy with the way that this turned out, especially because I built this in one sit down session. Basically, what that means is that I sat down and I built this non-stop. I didn't stop for a second. I just went for it. I did it in one day, and I'm really proud of what I accomplished in that time. Obviously, when I look back at this, I do see that there are things I could have done differently. There's things I could always improve on, but overall, as a whole, I am really glad with the way that this turned out, and I do think it was pretty accurate. And so yeah, I don't have screenshots of my actual house to compare this build to at the end, so you guys are just gonna have to take my word for it when I say that this looks like my house. Um, I have lived in this house for 8 or 9 years now. I feel like it's been a long time, and actually, ever since I moved here, I have wanted to try and recreate this house on The Sims, just because I think it's something a little bit different. Because the house that I actually live in is not just one house; it's actually two houses, converted into one house. I don't know if you guys could already tell that because obviously when I did the layout of it, it looks very similar, and there's two front doors and everything. But yeah, so that's my house, technically two houses. And the reason why it's two houses and not just one is because the family that lived in this house before us actually had the house converted for someone with a wheelchair. So basically, the bottom house on the left hand side, the bottom floor of that, was converted for a bedroom and a bathroom for someone who needed access with a wheelchair. Um, my brother, on the other hand, the one that uses this bedroom, doesn't have a wheelchair, so he actually just has this whole bottom half of the house to himself, which I'm kind of jealous about, but at the same time, not really, because currently I mostly spend my time in my uni flat, so I don't really have to worry about not having a big room because I technically have a whole other different house that I live in most of the time. So yeah. Another thing that I actually did in this house was I added in all of the random closets and stuff I have in my actual house. And that's just because I felt weird not having them. I felt like I needed them. So as you guys can see, there's tiny little rooms that I put in, and that space where I put the post box. Yeah, normally that's just a little storage shed that we have at our house. And so I felt like including that in The Sims just because I thought, why not? And also I had nowhere else to put the post box. So yeah, I don't know. It feels weird to try and recreate your house but not have all those closets. Even though in The Sims you don't really need closets because you don't really need storage space for your Sims. But I put them in anyway. So yeah. This place has, I want to say 6 bedrooms, I think. There's 5 upstairs, there's 1 downstairs, there's 2 toilet rooms, which I always thought was really weird. This is the first house I've lived in where the toilet and the bathroom are actually separate. So you guys will see later in the video that I put in 2 rooms with toilets in them, and then there's 1 room at the end with a sink and a bath slash shower. And that's the way my house is. It's so weird. If anything, I think that in the room where they just have the toilet, they should put in sinks, and then just have the bath and the shower in the bathroom, because that would make more sense to me. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I mean, I guess that'll make sense as you see me build that. Anyway, moving on, I am starting my speed furnishing in the kitchen. I feel like I always start furnishing in the kitchen, and that's just because when I organize my furniture in The Sims, I always go by ordering the furniture by rooms rather than by category, just because I find it easier to do that. And so yeah, my kitchen is very small and very cluttered. Literally, you guys are gonna see me cram every counter with as much clutter stuff that I can, because that's actually what my kitchen looks like. I wish I was lying, but I'm not. We have a tiny kitchen, and it's not big enough for like more than one person. When there's like more people in the kitchen, it's insane. Literally at Christmas time, when everyone comes to our house at Christmas, you cannot move in the kitchen, especially because it's also our dining room. So like whenever we have the table and everything, like, it's a big struggle. And you guys will see as we go on in the build that I do put a table in the kitchen, and I'm trying to like test to make sure that my sim can sit in all the seats, because by some kind of miracle we all fit around the table at Christmas. And so yeah, there's that. Honestly, if I have to say anything, I think that I got the kitchen the most accurate out of all the rooms in my house. I struggled a bit with my brother's rooms just because I'm never in them, so I don't really know what they look like. And I also, like, I think my room looks pretty accurate too. You guys are going to see that. And obviously, if you guys watch my main channel, then you kind of know what my bedroom looks like anyway. So my main struggle with my room in particular was just trying to get all the posters and stuff, because I have like literally any bare space there is on my wall is covered with a picture or a poster or something. Like, I went over the top with decorating. And so yeah, that was another struggle I had in this house. One of the main things also that I didn't get was furnishing the hallways and stuff. In the build, I made the hallways very narrow, which is very true to how my actual house is, but obviously in real life we have the ability to fit more stuff in a tiny space, which you don't really have in The Sims. You always have to be aware, you always have to make sure there's enough room for your sim to move through corridors and stuff. Whereas in real life, you can kind of just sort of move things out of the way when you need to get past. So that was another thing, that the hallways aren't decorated very much, and that's just because there was nowhere to put like shelves or items on the ground, because your sim couldn't walk past them. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is my house is very cluttered, and it was really hard to make this place look really cluttered in The Sims. But I did think I did a good job at the kitchen. Everywhere else kind of looks less cluttered than it actually is in real life. And also, I didn't really do much furnishing on the outside of the house because I don't really remember what the front of my house looks like in terms of landscaping. So I didn't put any landscaping in, and my back garden looks a mess. But that's kind of true to how it is in real life. One thing I really wish we had in The Sims is trampolines, because I have a trampoline in my back garden, but we don't have that in The Sims. So really, I just put a giant outdoor table seating area, because I have that too. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I'm definitely rambling, and I also feel like this speed build is making me talk faster because the video is sped up, so I feel like I gotta talk fast. But yeah, I'm gonna go before I keep rambling, because I don't really know what else to say. It's been a long time since I've done a voiceover for a speed build, so I apologize for that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any other suggestions for what you want me to build. Yeah, I guess that's it. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.